What is happening, party people? I am back with the third round of NU Champions League against a man by the name of Ilian. Looking on his drafts, I honestly don't have much to say. Looks like a regular set of NU stuff to me, some decent walls, some threats, nothing out of the ordinary. So my plan for this game is also very simple. We are going with a brute force. Scarfed Moldbreaker Soak with an Earthquake. That is all you need to know. And if that doesn't work out, there is also Shell Smash 3 attacks Crustle and the Life Orb Tailwind Articuno to finish the job. Of course, I have also brought some means of support. There is a Spin Slash, Double Priority Liepard and a Heal Bell Restock Grumpig, which has become my favorite set after this tourney. Unless it is matched against something that directly threatens it, that Grumpig just doesn't die. Ever. It's fantastic. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get into it, shall we? I lead off with Sun Slash. No predictions, no counter leads, I just want my rocks up. And so does he, it seems, as he leads off with Carbing, which I don't think wants to stay threatened by Earthquake, so I get to set up a Stealth Rock for free as he brings his Ludicolo. Looking on his team, I can't tell if it's an offensive Rain Dance variant or perhaps a Sub-Seeder, but I know Articuno's great natural bulk will allow it to take a hit regardless and put a lot of pressure on him, so that's what I end up switching to. He goes for a Leech Seed, telling me that it is probably more defensive variant, and misses, but it doesn't really matter as he wouldn't want to stay in here anyway. Knowing that, I make a double switch to Soak, predicting either a Catsleon or Miltank to come in, and well, you already know what I'm clicking. Yep, that Catsleon is the first victim of Blue Fists of Death. He then brings his Kadabra, pretty much telling me that this thing is holding a Focus Sash. Little does he know, this Soak is carrying a double chop on the last move slot just for that exact scenario. But for now, I switch to Peppa, knowing that it can eat up every single hit he goes for, and it does. Then I double switch to Sandslash, predicting his Skuntank, but he ends up going to Miltank instead. That is fine with me too, because already knowing that this is one of his walls by the way he has brought it in against Articuno earlier, I can now knock off his lefties and see what it does. He sets up rocks in my face and I'm obviously not having that, so I spin them immediately as he switches to Ludicolo. Then I go to Articuno again and don't take that skull as well as I would like to as he gets a crit, but it's okay because I am carrying Roost and recover nearly all of the damage taken. Funny thing is, he brings his Kadabra on the same turn, obviously predicting me to double switch to my Soak again, predicting his Miltank, which wouldn't put him in a better position anyway, as he would have simply died to a double chop, so I kinda regret not doing that. But now that I am back at nearly full health, I don't see a reason not to bring him down to Sash with an Ice Beam, and although he switches again to Carbing, it still doesn't take it well at all. In fact, it nearly turns out to be a 2-hit KO after Stealth Rocks, but I definitely don't want to risk taking a Stone Edge, so I switch to Crustle to take it. He surprises me with a Power Gem though, which does quite a bit, but also not quite enough for a 2-hit KO. So because I am holding a White Herb, I then set up a Shell Smash, knowing that I can take one more of these, but he makes a smart play and sets up a Reflect, knowing that he will be able to take +2 Earthquake behind it and bring me down low on health with another Power Gem. So after I take him out, he goes to Skuntank, obviously trying to revenge kill him with a Sucker Punch, so I use it to bring my Sun Slash. Then I just go for a knockoff on the off chance he stays in trying to catch my Articuno on the switch, but he makes an obvious switch to Ludicolo. Rinse and repeat. I go to Articuno again, take another crit Scald, of course, but this time go for that powerful Hurricane, specially defensive Miltank, don't care, still does a bad ton and Ice Beam just finishes it off. So now his Reflect wears off, he is out of walls, just this Sash needs to be broken and Soak should take care of the rest. So I go to Liepard, predicting a Psyshock or Psychic, but he knows that this Focus Sash is his only life policy at this point, so he switches to Skuntank to take a hit. I switch to Sandslash for the same purpose, but this time he stays in and goes for a Defog. I guess he was expecting just to die on that turn. That's not really a great matchup for me, especially at this amount of health, so the first thing I do is roost off as he tries to catch me on the switch with a pursuit. Then I go for a tailwind so that my Kuno outspeeds his Kadabra and I can break his Sash before he takes me out so that Soak can finish the game. He meanwhile just goes for a poison jab and gets yet another crit. Looks like Articuno is taking all of the hack so that the rest of the team doesn't have to. Now I decide to switch to Soak, predicting another Sucker Punch, but he goes for another poison jab, doesn't get the crit, but poisons me. I mean, this is getting kinda ridiculous at this point. Thankfully, even joined with a poison damage, Sucker Punch is not enough to take out my Soak on the following turn, so I kill his Skuntank and then finally break his Kadabra's Sash before it finishes me off, but unfortunately, on that same turn my Tailwind peters out, meaning that I can't clean up with Articuno just yet. Instead, I have to try to do that with Liepard. He however switches to Ludicolo, and by the amount he took from Fake Out, I am not entirely sure if knockoff will be enough to take him out from this range, and I certainly don't want to risk losing Liepard to another crit, so I decide to Death Fodder my Crustle to get a safe switch to Articuno. Right here I was contemplating going for a Roost, but then I realized that I will probably end up getting burnt or critted by the Scald, so I just decide to go for a Hurricane and miss. So Articuno finally gives out to all of the Haxes. Seeing that, Liepard is like, wow, I'm getting tired of this bullshit. How about I crit you for a change, huh? Although I don't think this crit actually mattered, as I'm pretty sure that after another Fake Out, knockoff would have taken him out regardless, but it's satisfying to see it anyway. Liepard, the real team player, got the team's back, spares us a stall war between lead seeding Ludicolo and rest talking Grumpig, 3 turns, 2 kills, that is the game. Good game, Ilian. Your team was clearly struggling to withstand the offensive pressure of Soak and Articuno, and even with plenty of various Haxes, they ended up breaking it down with a little help of Liepard. That's the game number 3 for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, dislike, share your thoughts, any comments are highly appreciated, and as always, I see you all next time.